Hello friends and welcome back for episode 26 of our Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. Hope you're all doing well today. We have been born into a world of slime. As you can see, there's, well, a whole conglomeration of little blue slimes building up at our door. It's making it rather hard to go outside, in fact, so why don't I go this way? And I think we'll devote the first few minutes of our episode to defeating a number of these fellows, and see about the possibility of perhaps bringing about a large king slime that we might be able to fight, just because it's, you know, a little different boss that we haven't really seen so far in this Let's Play. You may also notice that I'm wearing some different clothing. I went on a very brief journey off camera to see if I could perhaps at least locate some more adamantite. And in the process of that, I happened upon this Rune Wizard who, well, as it so happens, he seems to drop this stuff on occasion. I found the hat before, but I don't think I'd ever found both the hat and the robe at the same time, and it leaves this awesome little trail below my character, so I thought that'd be worth putting on for at least one episode just to see what's up. You know, we could actually do double duty while we do this, perhaps. Let's go maybe do a walk over to the left and right, and maybe we could look for strange plants while we fight the slimes. What is that? Oh, it's a bird. It looked very odd to me for some reason. What else has happened? I think, oh, right, I fought the wall of flesh a couple more times. I was looking for the potential of maybe finding some more of these emblems, and I found, it was a magic one and the summoning one, but I didn't find the one I actually needed, which was the ranged one, for, you know, to get the most bang for my buck for what I was trying to accomplish. I'm hoping if we have a little bit of luck today, maybe after the slime event, we'll go back to hell for a few moments, and we'll just see if we can get a couple more souls of night, because that will allow us to craft the next item, well, one of the items that I need to summon a boss, the Destroyer, which is the one that I really should be fighting, not so much the twins. Although I think, honestly, I could probably fight either of them and be victorious if I have the right set of circumstances. And I was rather close, in fact, to beating the twins last time. I just had a bit of poor planning, a little bit of poor timing, and also, for some reason, happened to employ a very stupid strategy for it. I had made the mistake that it's like fighting the Moon Lord for some reason. I don't really know why they did that, but yeah, you don't fight the twins so they get power down at the same time. You want to actually do one and then the other, because, well, the phase 2 is much stronger on some or one than the other, so we want to make sure we've got the proper distribution of damage going on there. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to be in the Hallowed area right now, but yeah, well, we'll see what happens. It would be actually lovely if maybe I could fight a unicorn right now and get a mount to drop, because that would certainly speed up the walking around element whenever that seems to show up, which is pretty regularly, I've noticed these days. I happened upon also a Hallowed Mimic while I was in the Hell moment a bit ago. Like I said, I was doing that little bit of farming, and just because I couldn't really pass up fighting it, because it would have just been silly not to, I did encounter that and I went after it, and, well, it beat me down pretty well. I think I could have killed it, but I didn't realize that it actually kind of just warps through walls, and I'm sorry I didn't capture this on camera. I really probably should have turned it on there, but I didn't. And, well, I was really hoping I would get the Daedalus Stormbow, or whatever it's called, because that would have been fantastic in terms of being able to beat the next bosses. Honestly, I think if I had that, I would be pretty much set through all of the mechanical bosses here on out, and perhaps even have a decent shot at Plantera with that, because basically what it does is summon a bunch of stars, although I wonder if it would do that underground. I bet it wouldn't. I'm not entirely sure. Also, apologies on the bad info last episode. Apparently, the strange plants can actually spawn in mud, so disregard. I think I've even found one in one of the episodes. I just got kind of confused, I guess, because I guess commenters had told me before that it couldn't, and then I forgot that I'd done it, so, you know, there's a lot of information that I've got to keep in my mind. Sometimes I have better moments with that than other moments. And actually, today I'm recovering from a pretty bad migraine, so my brain is rather fragmented right now. I'm still not entirely thinking in a linear fashion. I don't know what it is about migraines, but it kind of makes your brain jump around, and it makes you not really able to concentrate for very long, and you kind of get, like, weird, like, not really sensible speech patterns sometimes. I don't know, it's just like your synapses don't connect properly, and it's no fun at all. And if anybody out there suffers from migraines, you know what I'm talking about. It's no good. And I hope you don't suffer from migraines, because it's not fun at all. There's a varying severity, of course. Oh, I got a dark shard on that. And I would say mine are not nearly as severe as they come. But those of you out there who have them really bad, like, I hear you. My mom has them as bad as they get, and it's no good. I don't wish that on even the worst of my enemies. It is a horrible thing. Anyway, that aside, so we're actually nearly to the right side of the screen here. Well, not quite. Yeah, just get all these slimes together. You just kind of mow through them real quickly. That would be good. Watch out for pancakes, of course. Alright, I'm actually going to heal up here just to make sure I don't die. As of today, signals the beginning of SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, which is a speedrunner event that goes on for about a week. And basically they play a ton of games for the benefit of the Prevent Cancer Fund. And it's a fantastic, fantastic thing that they do. It's some of the most skillful playing that I've ever seen collected in one place. And they raised $1.5 million for charity last year, and it's probably one of the most substantial and fantastic things that I think the gaming industry has done for, like, the greater good of humanity. Yes, the greater good. Like I said, the headache. Oh, there goes the traveling merchant. That's okay, I already talked to him. He didn't have anything that I really needed too badly. He had one item. I already forgot what it was. Wasn't that big of a deal. Looked like it said Mushroom Lel because of the way that the gel formed behind that. But anyway, if you guys haven't checked out SGDQ or AGDQ, I definitely recommend it. They stream on Twitch. They'll be going all this week. Go check them out. I'm actually hosting them right now on my Twitch channel. And basically, whenever I'm not streaming, I'll probably have that going on my host. So feel free to just stop by and chat. Oh, strange plant. There it is. And that's, again, twitch.tv/Rockleesmile for my channel. You can actually follow it through to their proper place if you'd like to watch it with their chat. I don't recommend it, though. Their chat is pretty much the worst thing on Twitch. You will not probably have a good time. Some really, really scary stuff that goes on in that chat. I don't know why that is. For this fantastic event doing good to help humanity, and then you've got, like, the scum of the earth being sexist and misogynistic and homophobic and transphobic and every kind of ick that you can come up with. I mean, that's actually kind of appropriate, isn't it? Every kind of ick is in that chat, and it doesn't seem like it gets better ever, but maybe one year they'll do something different. I don't know how you could really moderate it when it goes this fast. You've got like 100,000 people watching at any given moment, all chatting at the same time, and unless they enabled like sub-only chat, which I don't think they're gonna do, I don't know how they could really moderate it. It just seems like maybe the first thing they could do is like have a bunch of keywords that get auto-timed out, but still, maybe they just value the lack of criticism or censorship there more than they do the PC-ness. I don't think it's really PC-ness in this case. I think it's just like being a decent human being to keep people from being scumbags to that level, because it creates some pretty gross situations. I've talked about this before in a number of places, and like that, I don't know what it is about that one particular chat. It's really bad. I don't even know if I can come up with any examples of ones that are on par with it, like of other Twitch channels that I've watched, and I have watched a few Twitch channels by this point, but I would say just avoid it. I think is your best bet. Go into theater mode, or just, you know, close it. You know, you can actually do that. People don't really do it much, but you can actually just click the little tab on the top right corner. It just makes it go away. But yeah, this is going to be, I guess, Twitch chat discussion.terraria.org. Just looking for a few more strange plants here. I think we're probably... Oh, there's one right there. I was going to say we're probably going to head back in a second, but there we go. Further proving my point about strange plants spawning on mud. We want glow sticks here, so I can actually see what I'm hitting with my... Oh, please. Okay. I was seeing my life flash in front of my eyes and expecting that I was going to start taking a whole ton of damage. Oh, you know the item I got from the vendor, the traveling guy, is this right here. It's an ammo box, and what this does, it lets you click it for a buff that gives you a 20% chance not to consume ammo. Now right now that's not the most useful thing because I'm not using anything with ammo. Oh right, and I got this too. There you go. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm not using anything that uses ammo at the moment, but I am sure I will later, and this is a really helpful item to have just for the sake of fighting bosses and such. It'll definitely come up a few times. Are we finding enough slimes? I feel like we're not finding enough slimes anymore to get what I need to get done here. I feel like the event is going to end in another few moments. What is it, 150 slimes I had to kill in 24 hours, or like 12 hours or something? to cause this guy to spawn, or maybe it's just a random chance if you spawn or you fought enough slimes. I'm not entirely sure, but there is a boss at the end of this, trust me. That's a really creepy looking head, isn't it? By the way, not having the hat on stops the sparks from flying underneath the character, otherwise I would have tried to mix and match. Also, dyeing the hat seems to stop it too, which is unfortunate because I wanted to see if I could dye the sparks. Slime has stopped falling from the sky, and we would probably get the announcement of the Slime King showing up right about now. Perhaps I dawdled a bit too much and caused that not to all work out. Yeah, apparently we didn't get it. Alright, well, no big deal. I can make the item that spawns him with, like, a golden crown at some point. I just wanted to do it naturally. I thought that would be kind of fun. But no big deal. We'll move on. There's other stuff we could be doing. I'm going to actually put this vanity mask away. Although I like it, I just think it's a little more creepy than I want to be right at this moment. What happens if I put the cape and the robe at the same time? Oh, that's even more wizardly. That's kind of cool, actually. Do I have maybe a yellow? I wonder if, like, the shifting sands dye would look good. Nah. I don't know what... I'm so obsessed with, like, making the perfect character. Everybody keeps telling me I've got to go find this one particular NPC. I forget, the stylist, I think it is, and that I keep, like, passing her in the dungeons of places. It looks kind of okay. I don't know what it is that I just, like, keep not looking at my tracker at the right moment, but that's all that it is. I'm not doing it intentionally. Reflective silver dye, maybe? No, I wanted it to be, like, equally light in color. Do I have better dyeing mats here, maybe? Got a few teal mushrooms. What's the yellow dye? Is there a yellow dye? There's gotta be. Alright, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so you know what? It's okay. We'll put on... What about the blue flame dye? No, that looks really bad, actually. I can't tolerate that. Burning Hades didn't look good. I looked at that before. That's, well, you saw that last time. It might be the closest thing I've got, actually. Unless the negative dye looks cool. That's kind of okay, actually. Maybe I can tolerate that. Oh, but it does the wing... Yeah, you know what? I can live with it. We'd actually, you know what? I could have it separate. Yeah, that's probably better. Although they look very angelic when I have it on the other set. So let's pop this stuff all in there. We've got a green slime banner. I'll toss a couple of strange plants and we'll deal with those in a few moments. Pop this guy over here. Where's the banners? Go in there. I'm gonna have so many banners soon. And do I not have a spot in materials yet for the pixie dust? No, apparently I don't. On the dark shard, of course. So if I get one more Soul of Night from Hell, I will be able to make the boss summon item that is necessary. I also fixed the proper materials in these chests now, as I was told by commenters anyway, so hopefully that's satisfactory. Let us proceed downward, and we will watch our monster tracker as we go. You know what? Before I get down here, actually... is our guide back? Oh, he isn't. Oh, no, he's there. Okay, he seems to always spawn at the topmost point. I would like to designate him to the same room every single time. He just doesn't do it. Do I have... I don't have any... all of the freaking NPCs moved in ways that I can't use properly. Let's go over here. And we'll swap out housing with Party Girl. You can go up. We want Goblin Tinker to come down. Where are you? All the way there. Oh, that is Occupado. And we'll get Wizard Man to go up, because I don't really use him very often. We want... Yeah, you know what? Her buff is kind of fine, I guess. We want the nurse to be as low as possible, and we want the guide to be down here. Oh, this is... That's occupied? Oh, this all counts as one, right. So actually, never mind. We'll take the Dryad, and we'll move her up as well. I know this is really exciting stuff, right? And then we'll move the guide down again. I just want the basic stuff, the dudes that I use the most to talk to, I want them to be accessible to me, if at all possible. But it's good that the guide came back already, because it means we can fight the Wall of Flesh one more time. It has gotten a little bit obnoxious to fight him now, because the Crimson has kind of rolled in to the territory that I had sort of earmarked as just my bridge. So whenever I think I'm safe, I'm actually going to be fighting Ichor Stickers and, like, nasty grosses, or whatever they're called. Gross nasties. Nasty dudes. You know, they're like big blobby guys that shoot stuff at you. And, well, oh, we've got a mimic on our hands. How do I best deal with mimics when we're in the elevator? I don't know. I have not really sorted this problem out to the best of my ability yet. This is not the solution, I can guarantee you that. But I just want it to not fall all the way down yet. No, you're good, you're good. Okay, we got a wild cross necklace and a ton of gold. I can dig it. Let's, because we're probably gonna die, I'm just gonna return up here, drop the gold off, because this is like a really great way to very quickly accumulate a lot of wealth, which I'm going to need for the sake of, what did I just, oh, I put the freaking boss item back. For the sake of reforging everything, I'm gonna need as many of those as possible. And you know what? I'm gonna do a, what is it, alt-click on this to star it, so that way I stop putting it back in my freaking chest, and I'm also going to go click on this lady, heal up. I'm also going to take a magic buff. That crystal ball gives me magic powers are increased. I'm going to click on the gun, too, because why not? And I'm going to make sure, next time if I'm down in hell, if I've got a few moments, I'm going to try and pop some more of those pots open for the free Hellforge arrows. Or hell, whatever they are. Hell-tipped arrows. Hellfire, that's the word. Like I said. Headache. But yeah, I'll get to that, and I will rebuild my rather meager supply of arrows that I'm going through rather quickly. For the moment, I can tolerate having not that many, but eventually it's going to be a problem. I'm going to need something to fight with. One of these times I came down here, and by just random chance, it happened that a worm had, like, fallen off an edge. And it was so sad, the thing followed me, like, 90% of the entire elevator, just right above my head, spinning and flailing as it fell. Like, this guy is not having a good day. He thought he was fine, and now he's falling to his death for, like, 100,000 stories. He doesn't even know that he's in danger next to this freaking mine shaft. It's a scary world for worms sometimes. Scary world for worms. Okay, we're in hell where we want to be. I'm going to pop these pots open and see if they've got arrows. No. Okay, that's fine. And then the next thing we're going to do is just move to the left using our sweet freaking yo-yo to kill everything in our path. We want to get mimics, we want to get night souls, we want to get the boss fight, and hopefully get a range sigil, emblem, you know, words. And I think we should be good after that, and then we can get on to fighting some proper progression fights. Not that we couldn't do it now. Again, I think that is possible, and in fact quite likely. I just want to kind of hedge the bets and get some of this stuff out of the way that I probably needed to do anyway. Anybody around? I see no rare creatures. Nothing on the tracker. I'm trying to be a little bit more vigilant right now. We're at a crimson zone. It's going to be a problem when we go back to the right, but for now we're safe. Alright, we're at the end of our bridge. Grabbing our dude and hit a T on him for T for... Oh, I can't throw because it's favorited. That's why I didn't favorite that before. Got it! There we go. We've summoned the Wall of Flesh again. We're going to set up our storm clouds a little bit apart so they do a bit of damage on both sides. There it is. And we'll start shooting away. And also doing plenty of the water spell. It's best when they bounce. This is not really one of those times, but it's all good. You know, whatever. This guy's not so scary anymore. Really all I'm worried about right now is just when we get back to the Crimson, how dangerous everything's going to be together. In fact, the Crimson fight, Crimson dudes are probably a lot scarier than this guy is at this point. And we'll do a couple more of the Nimbus Rod. Bad placement on that second cloud, honestly, but again, don't have to be that worried about it. I wish every bow had auto fire. The Daedalus Storm Bow does, and it's like super handy. Oh, what was that? Oh, there's the soul I need! Get it! Alright. I really didn't need to risk my life to do that, but I did anyway because dumb. There we go. And that should hit a whole bunch. That's the end of the little tentacles. Now just bounce this guy around a little bit for fun. And we should be done in a moment. We can move on with our lives. What is this freaking worm doing? Just jetting along. It thinks it's so smart. It doesn't have a clue. There we go. All flesh defeated. And we'll just kind of bump into the bottom of this. We got a breaker blade and another own hammer. Great. Okay, well that's not what I wanted, unfortunately. And I only brought the one down. But we did get the item we were after, the Soul of Night. This guy is just, we get this every time, so let's disregard. And this breaker blade, it's cool looking, but it's not very functional. It's not my favorite item. I don't think I've ever used it, really. It's like, hey, do you want to be Cloud from Final Fantasy VII? There's your big ol' Buster Blade, if you're into it. And hence why they named it the way they did, I guess. Breaker or Buster, you get the idea. Breaking makes me feel good. You get it. Alright, so 93 arrows left. Feeling a little bit apprehensive about doing another fight now. Maybe I should just go fly off to the left for a second into hell and see if I run into something, since I'm already over here and I have mostly full health. I think there's not a lot of harm to doing that. We'll keep our eyes peeled again for more stuff. More mimics, of course, would be great. If I run into, like a Hallowed or Crimson Mimic, I'll fight it. I'll probably die, but I figure it'll be worth the show of seeing what that looks like. These guys don't seem to be very bothered by this spell, I've noticed. They seem to have quite a bit of HP, but I will take their Ichor because I can turn it into a spell later, if I remember correctly. And that is exactly what I'm after. I want any kind of advancement opportunities in the world of Terraria that I can find. Whether they be small or large, skinny or big, I will take them. And I will use them. Alright, nothing pots-wise over here. I can't remember how far over, actually, that I've gone already. I'll have to look on the map in a sec. Oh, there's one. Drop some bombs, couple of pots up there. The traditional hell stuff, not as worrisome anymore. Some silver, some hearts. I thought they were dropping, like, tons of those arrows last time I was down here. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, don't freaking fall in the lava, you dingo. Alright, this is an area I've not been to, so there's 19 Hellfire arrows from that one. I guess if you get a series of those in a row, that can add up. Yeah, there's 17, and there's plentiful numbers of these pots, so I guess that's what I was on about before. I'll just go nuts with this area for a second. Cool, cool. No rare creatures still. And now we're back at an okay number. You know what, just to be an anarchist... Enjoy. I'll actually shut this too. No reason for me to do that at all. Sometimes you just want to see the flowing of liquids, I guess. Giggity. What? Oh, there's some pots over there. Okay. I saw that, and I wasn't sure, because I'm sort of half glancing over at the other side. Said I would be more vigilant, but now I'm looking at the item tracker and not at the game. You can only have one or the other. Oh, we've got, another banner in our inventory for the 50th Lava Slimeversary. I really wish there was more of a useful thing for those banners. Like, if you could maybe transmute them from every 50 into, like, a set or something. Maybe if you collect 10 of each banner, you can turn it into some kind of super banner, like a Bruce banner, and then maybe it could actually be more helpful somehow. Like, I know that they do, like, little debuffs against enemies, but who's gonna really hang up all of those and carry them around and worry about them? It's like, it's a whole freaking job just to think about the banners. When I've got bigger issues, I've got bigger fish to fry in Terraria that don't include plans with banners or planners. Plan banners. Plan planners? Sure. Hey, Spelunker Potion, that's nice. Still no rare creatures. Is this gonna be a hell farming episode all of a sudden? Maybe it is. Alright, we got 200 arrows now. That's a little bit better. I don't go through them quite as quickly as I do with some of the other bows, again, considering it's a, like, semi-automatic bow. Oh, actually, I could use to kill that guy and pick up the boss summon item, but I'd rather not do it over lava right now because I'm not exactly prepared here. I don't have a bridge. There we go. Guide Voodoo Doll collected successfully. No need to stress about it. Oh, I maybe could have done that better because I didn't have anywhere to rest. Thankfully, I've got a grappling hook and a ceiling that stretches on into eternity. Oh, have we reached the end of the apartments? Looks like we have. There's a few more pots up there, but yeah, I think we're getting pretty far over from our starting position. I've actually never come this far over before. That's pink stuff. It's nice actually to grab that Spelunker Potion on occasion, just kind of hang out over in this direction. This is the guy that I killed before, the Rune Wizard, that helped me out with his gear. There he goes. He dropped both of them again. Very considerate. I don't really need 2 sets, but I guess whatever. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's an option. I see a shadow chest up there, but I'm guessing it's probably a mimic. I'm not sure if they can spawn up that high. I will go investigate, because of course, why wouldn't I? I know it says no rare creatures nearby, so that actually is a legit shadow chest. Unless that just doesn't register on the tracker until I bother it. Nope, it is actually real. Cool. Well, I may as well open it. Just to see what we get. We could probably sell it off, whatever's inside. And we'll just pop down a couple of platforms somewhere. Grab our Piggy Wiggums. And inside of which, we've got that key. And it gave me a Hurtful Dark Lance. I don't know if I had that, actually. A few gold. We've got some more glow sticks. I haven't replenished those in a while. Life Force Potions, always welcome. Heart Reach? I don't know if I have that potion at all. Restoration and some Meteorite. It's a strange grouping of items, to be sure, but I've seen worse. And so we'll grab that. Well, I mean, I could probably toss, like, most of that stuff back in there, but I won't bother for the moment. We'll just sort of repack all our stuff again and take off. Oh, Furious Demon Scythe. Cool. Which is that? I have that already, okay. For some reason I got confused and thought it was a different spell than it was. Now that I've gotten this far over, there's a part of me that's just like, I should really just go all the way. Just to see if there's any cool structures or formations. I think, honestly, the Hell biome needs a lot more going on in it. It's just sort of bland after a while. Like, once you've seen the apartment areas and stuff, like, there's not really much of a reason to hang out here ever again. Oh, this is adamantite, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, it is. And I think that there should be, like, some chances of cool stuff to spawn over on the left and right far sides, because right now there's very little, if any, reason to ever go to them. I mean, unless you're just really bad at fighting the Wall of Flesh, which I doubt people are that bad. They need to start that far over. Oh, well, we lost a bit of it there. By the way, I do have, like, 27 bars or so of adamantite. So if I need to, I can actually just build some stuff right now. Instead, I'm just going to drench myself in lava for no apparent reason. Because that's smart to do. That is not the right stuff. The stuff I'm looking for has, like, a chunkier texture instead of a glassier texture, if that makes sense. And every now and then I look into the lava and I see the hellstone. I'm like, is that a thing I want? Like, nope. I'm used to it. There should be a lot more uses for hellstone, too, considering how much of it there is. There's so much of it around. It's just everywhere. But imagine if you came down here and there was, like, maybe you go all the way to the left or right, and there's a chance to fight, like, a rare boss that you can only find if you find some kind of, like, weird demon statue that lives down here. And then you break it with some kind of, I don't know, combination of the right stuff. Like, you could add another tiered boss in that sort of is a lateral move, sort of like Duke Fishron. This would be like the Hell Fishing Boss or something. Or why isn't there a Hell Fishing Boss? Fish in lava for a while. I don't know. That seems like it makes a lot of sense. Well, we're at it for things that make sense. How come there's not symmetrically a mechanical Crimson Boss? I guess just because the order the patches came in didn't line up. But there's the Destroyer, but there isn't like a Crimson side version of the Destroyer that's mechanical, which would make that whole thing not really make sense then, because it's 3 and 3. And, well, I guess it would make sense if you could just do either or. But you can't. You have to do the Destroyer because there's no brain. There's no mechanical brain. Seems like a missed opportunity. Mechanical brain would be freaking sweet, man. While you're at it, why not add the Angry Turkey boss? Oh, that's a lot of diamonds. The Angry Turkey boss from the mobile version, which is for some reason still only restricted to that. Or what is the PSP and console exclusive boss, Akram or something? There's like a demon-y looking thing that if I didn't know better, I would have thought was the actual Moonlord. They got the Moonlord first, in a way. Now, I've never actually played up to any of those points in a console version. In fact, I'm not sure I own a console version of Terraria. I think I have it on my iPhone, and that's it. And honestly, it's really difficult to play on an iPhone. It's a lot easier on an iPhone 6, I'll give you that, and it lags a lot less. But it's not really an optimal situation. And by most accounts, I would probably say don't even bother. But, I mean, it's nice to know that you at least have the option to play it at all. If you're that into Terraria, which, you know, I am. But I'd rather just, like, play it with good controls most of the time. And you're asking, why did I even buy it? Well, I didn't know how the controls would be. And also, I had, like, $50 in credit from, like, an old Christmas gift card or something, so... You know, after a while, you start looking for stuff to buy on the iTunes App Store, because, hey, there's not a lot of good stuff, and when there's a thing you know you like already, it makes it a little bit more of a compelling case. Alright, so it looks like we're kind of at the end of our rope here when it comes to hell to the left. I'm just going to kind of very briefly look around here to see if there's any more adamantite that I can very quickly grab. No rare creatures still, so I guess... Oh, that's some adamantite right there. Actually, is that 2 sets of it? We also got some silt that I should really run through the extractinator. It would be so fun if there was, like, a gold mining game. I've been thinking of this myself. I might make one. I've been watching so much of these, like, gold mining TV shows. There's just, like, this intrinsic appeal to going underground and, like, finding riches, and then the dangers that are associated with it. They go so well with the concept of, like, roguelite games, that there's maybe permadeath, and there's all of these different situations you could run into, sort of like FTL event-driven stuff that you could do with it. And, like, the reinvestment, like, you play it a season at a time, and then each season you would kind of, like, reinvest the money that you think you can into better gear or better equipment to make mining hopefully more efficient next year. But then there might be a bit of a risk-reward proposition in that maybe you'll find certain elements that maybe don't mesh with the gear that you bought. Maybe uncertainty comes into play. I would really love to make a game like that. Maybe an RPG Maker even could be done. I did actually make a game in RPG Maker a long time ago, and sadly the files got corrupted. I feel like such a cop-out to say that now, but like that is actually what happened. It was one of the times when malware got the better of me to the extent where I wasn't able to recover from it. And it made me so sad because I worked for months on it. I had a hand-drawn map, and I had scripting out the butt, and it was really actually coming together rather nicely. It was sort of a Zelda-style action RPG. Well, no, actually it was turn-based, never mind. I wanted it to be action, and then I ended up going with turn-based because the action stuff ended up being too janky. But yeah, I think that's still a possible thing, though. I think that can still be done quite well, in fact, in RPG Maker, if you know what you're doing. I mean, with all of those kind of game-making tools, they always seem to require some programming knowledge, even if they don't, for the most part. Like, they all have a visual programming language associated with them. I'm thinking of, you know, Game Maker, RPG Maker, and Stencil now, and not really Unity in that case. That's more just scripting, but they all seem to require that you can start off at one level, and then you eventually sort of graduate to needing to know a bunch of other things. I don't really want to sort these just yet. I will eventually put them in proper color order. But yeah, I would start out on stuff and be like, man, this is the time, I'm going to figure out how to do it all. And then I get through some tutorials, and I kind of end up not doing it, unfortunately. And then I kind of regret it, and I always want to go back, and then I never have time. It was part of the long-term goal for my YouTube channel, in fact, was to hopefully make myself economically viable to the point where I could sort of put YouTube on the back burner and still produce content, but, like, primarily try to make a game. I still hope that that's a possibility, but things are going along rather slowly. What am I trying to do right now? I'm trying to put away these vanity items, and I keep getting distracted by things. Just pop this sucker in there. A couple of swords right here, sword and spear. Where does this go? This is 40. This is actually the highest DPS sword I've got right now. And that is the highest DPS lance. Good to know. Alright, so it's 4:13 in the afternoon. I think that'll leave me enough time. Yeah, we should go ahead and make the boss summon. We'll make a mechanical worm, and we'll see if we can do it. So we're going to need some vertebrae, some iron bar, and souls of night. We're going to use almost all of our souls of night right there. It's good that we left one, so that way it auto-stacks in the future. We're going to take some iron bars out of our overflow chest down here. Oop, that's tin. How many do I need? It was 5. Okay, got it. And we need 6 vertebrae also from our materials. Probably should have grabbed that while I was over here. Cool, so that's what we need for that. And where do we craft that? Is that... Oh, at an anvil. I thought for a second maybe it would be at a, an altar, but no, I guess not. That would be kind of annoying, having to go back and forth for an altar, but no, that is not the case. Put that back there. I guess in the meantime I can go about making a couple of campfires. Put those up on my little fighting area up here. Kind of helps with health regeneration. If you're ever making an arena, you always want to do some campfires strategically placed wherever you think you'll be around mostly. And, you know, you want to do some heart lanterns eventually. Not necessarily required, but these guys right here, those are also quite helpful for regeneration. That's with a few crystal hearts, right? Life crystals. And what do you need? Chains, maybe? Chains or iron bars, something like that? I think I've got a few chains in here. Let's just take three out of the 4. And see if that works. Nope. Alright, I'm guessing the guide's not back yet. Oh, he did. He came back and he freaking went up to the top floor again. Dude, you gotta stop. I know it'll sort of fix itself eventually once I have enough rooms that are like the right amount and then nobody keeps moving all the time. But, not yet. Alright, so, oh, it's 4 chains per lamp. Okay, got it. I was kind of close on that. So for another chain, I need more iron bars. The crafting process, guys, it's a process, all right. I don't know how many it is per chain. Or set of chains, rather. It's, 1. Oh, okay, so there's, like, a lot. More chains than I could ever really need. We'll grab, I don't know, 3 heart lanterns. I got more than enough of those to go around. I'm not really worried anymore about having excess lanterns or heart crystals. And we'll just pop these guys right down here. You need something to hang them off of. They're danglers, these guys. Let's do one of those. And then if we get them strategically placed well enough, like, hopefully I would just get a bonus pretty much all the time. And one in the middle, I guess, between the 2. These aren't exactly spaced perfectly, so you'll have to forgive me on that. I can always pick them up and move them around later. And then we'll just kind of put all that stuff back. And get ready for the fight, because it is coming to be dark in just a few moments. We want to put the chain away and drop down here. Put the bar away. Hopefully that stacked to the right side. I'm pretty sure it did. Otherwise, what would it have done? It would have gone up here. Oh, it did actually stack to the wrong one. Got it. What is night? Starts at 7 o'clock or 7:30? One or the other. I'm trying to see if there's any other potions maybe that I want to grab. Just for the sake of it, I've only got the 1 iron skin. You know what? I'll pop it anyway. I'll do one of those 2, and we'll get well fed if I've got... All I've got is bacon? Alright. Wait, what about... Oh, this just restores life. Yeah, I should really do some fishing just to get all of that stuff down. Get a bunch of fish in my inventory, and then I can just freaking pop well fed whenever I need it. Any other, like, reforges I need? I mean, the Knight's Edge would probably use... Oh, the Amarok could definitely use one. Well, I was running out of money before, that's why I was kind of hesitant to do it, but I think I've got enough now that I feel okay-ish. So let's try reforging a couple things. Let's do our Nimbus Rod, so we're going to get some good long-term use out of that. That made it worse. Only cost 5 gold, though. Great. Oh, that's pretty bad, too. That's really bad. That's worse damage, better speed. Oh my god, guys. You've got to stop jerking me around here. This is not funny at all. You know what? After that run of form, I will take a Hurtful, because that was awful. That's 6 gold. Oh my god, here we go. What is happening with these reforges? They're so expensive and so bad. We got 2 keens, and I've wasted all of my gold again. Alright, I'll take Ruthless. That was awful again. This is probably crazy expensive, too. Oh, it's only 2. Dangerous. Okay, good. Fine. Fantastic. I'll deal with that. I can't believe how many bad things I just got. That was so dumb. Holy buns. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for the music to change. Should be any moment now. We've caught a Monarch Butterfly. Our tax collector, right? I should probably hit him up for money on occasion. I should really have him probably located a bit lower in the house, so I remember to go click on him every so often. So if he's up here, being miserly on the ceiling, I'm never going to remember. Oh, and he drops it into my inventory. Just put a direct deposit into my piggy bank, man. That would be really handy. We're down to 9 gold again. I just had more gold. Alright, it's cool. We'll just kill a bunch of treasure chest mimics, and everything will be fine. Okay, here we go. Boss fight incoming. I hope you're all excited. I certainly am. So we're going to pop this guy, then we're going to hit B. Wait, it is night, right? Pretty sure it's night. You know what? I'm just going to wait until 7:30 to make sure. I thought the music changed, but I wasn't entirely positive. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I almost screwed that up. Good. Glad I didn't. Put that in there, press B, and here we go! Oh, that does not do very much damage. Alright, let's get the rain clouds down. That's going to do perpetual damage, which is what I'm all about these days. Start firing off arrows in every direction. And if we get a moment here, we could go to town with the yo-yo. It's great if it lines up for that, but I can't always count on it. And these guys dropping hearts is also going to keep me alive for a while, too. We're going to have to recast our rain clouds every so often. I got to remember that. This looks very chaotic, and it is. So you're not wrong. Okay, this is actually quite helpful, although I'm killing my MP really quickly. But, yeah. Alright, kill these, get the hearts. Kill these, get the hearts. Get the hearts. More hearts. I want to keep these at sort of like a nice cycling range where eventually they'll be all dead. I'm actually killing them super fast with my yo-yo, so I guess I'm glad that I took the time to invest in it. I should have probably gotten a yo-yo bag now, just to have the extra damage. You know, rip, my NPCs are going to start dying soon. That's okay. I knew that was part of the challenge. Oh, it's dead. I didn't think I was even close to it being dead. Alright, thank you, Rain Clouds. You made that actually a pretty easy task. And we got 28 Souls of Might, which have a variety of uses. We also got some Hallowed Bars, which are neat, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. And is that... I think that's all we get from that boss, huh? It's really all about the souls these days. But there we go, there's our first successful hard mode boss fight. It was not quite as anxiety-inducing as I figured it would be, but it was still a little bit. Guide? Oh, Guide is still alive, thank you. I want to talk to you for a second, just see what I can make with these again. Right. The Avenger Emblem, Mega Shark. Obviously, I'm going to want to make a Mega Shark, and then I'm going to have to farm for Ranged Emblem. And then I think we should be in a good position to fight anything else that I want to fight. Especially now that we've got the ammo box, we'll have the chance to not consume ammo some of the time. I think it's going to be fine. This requires Souls of Sight, Fright, and Might, so yeah, I can't actually make these yet. But that's why we would invest in the Mega Shark. Actually, I should probably just do that now. What am I really waiting for? So, illegal gun parts, 5 shark fin, 20 Souls of Might. 5 shark fins, illegal gun parts. Where's the... we need the gun itself. Wait, I did buy the gun already, right? Did I not buy a mini shark? Excuse me? You do just buy that, right? Oh god, it's 35 gold. Maybe that's why I didn't buy it. Alright, so actually we're going to do that next time, because I need to go find some more gold. I'm a little bit light on that at the moment. But I've got all the materials, they're all ready to go. No big deal. Is there anything I want to make with Hallowed Bars for the moment? This set is... what is this going to do? Like 15 defense for the plate mail. There's got to be a reason why I want this, though. Increase to range damage. Is this just higher damage? Is that why we're focusing on it? Oh, this also increases range damage. Right, I've got the set up. I could also get the pickaxe axe. Not to be confused with a ham drill, right? Looks Excalibur, Gungnir. One of these I need to use to reforge into something else. I don't know, you guys can let me know in the comments, what do you think I should use some of these bars on? I think I'm just going to reserve judgment for the moment. And I'll check in with you guys for next time. Before we go, though, I'm just going to pop open these strange plants and see what we got for today's dyes. Nick's Weird Dyes! Nick's Weird Dyes! We're going up here. Boom, boom. Reflective and Red Acid. Reflective. We've got that already. Red Acid I did not have. Let's take off our robe and hat. Oh, actually, with the robe, that looked freaking sweet, didn't it? With this. Wow, I'm like a Crimson Death Knight mage. Battle Mage of Death. And then we can use the last... Oh, no, we used all three of those. Actually, the feet one you don't need. I could use that on the wings. Yeah, I'm like a Red Angel of Death. That's pretty sweet. Cool. At least we got a good dye out of today. Well, as if we didn't get other stuff. We did get other stuff. Today was a good day for terrariing. Oh yeah, and then I can double cover with that. Cool. That all worked out lovely. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like on it. These come up every single day, so I shall see you back for another one, and I hope you have a lovely night. Talk to you all later.